Oh God, I hope this works. If you hear me, I did it. I broke through what's been editing this podcast. My name is Alex. I've been reviewing Wandavision with Judson.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, no one. I was just setting up for Ep7, testing the audio. I didn't want us to have to waste time and thought we could get straight into the episode. Want to read us in, best buddy?
Sure, Jan. Hello, all, and welcome to Fandio Mini Masterpieces Presents WandaVision. I'm your host, Judson.
And I'm his happy, content, and not at all seditious co-host, Alex.
No, you aren't.
No, what do you mean no? I'm definitely Alex.
But you aren't my co-host.
Then who is? I'm back, baby! I'm made of mud and I'm out for blood! No. I draw the line in the mud here. You aren't replacing me with a one-off bit.
Not a one-off bit if we do it more than once, Alex. But I see your point. Back to the mud mirror dimension with you, Hudson.
I'll be back! I always come back! Bye-bye! How did...
Now's not the time for that. Now's the time for recaps. Last time, it was Halloween, and the scariest part of the episode were my co-host jokes.
Hey!
Vision connected to the outside world, and Wanda expanded the hex. Now let's press that post-recap play in 3, 2, 1.
So, my question to you, how poorly do you think we have to sing this intro theme along with it to get it recognizable for what we're doing in this project, but also that Disney would feel like that they don't want to copyright strike us because they're like, I don't want to be associated with how terrible that rendition of this song was. Like, actually, you guys could have this.
Like, we gotta essentially be doing it worse than 3-year-olds at that point.
So anyway, also I think as we're cutting in, so it was in the recap, but one of the things at the end of the last episode that's fun is, you know, as the wall passes over Darcy, she goes fudge because she gets censored halfway through her swear word.
I love Wanda's control over the world, just bleeding in.
Oh, this is, so we're in like the 2010s, so we're like The Office and Modern Family where it was like mockumentary style, so she's talking to the camera, and I love that when Wanda's thinking about the traumatic experience, she adds fun music to it to make it silly.
Yeah, I mean, she's an entertainer at her heart and just happens to be a witch.
I mean, aren't we all?
They got the GameCube controllers.
Now they got Atari controllers.
Wait, what?
Now they got Uno. So it's like regressing through the different time periods. And you know, I honestly, I think the kids are too young to appreciate what a cool, like, that they had a GameCube for a moment, because that GameCube is one of the ones that still has a lot of market value and resell. But like, I feel like I want to get back on track on WandaVision.
No,
We can't talk about GameCube right now.
No. Let's talk about GameCube for a minute because I love the GameCube.
Okay, well, I mean,
I remember
you're
doing
the host. Let's talk about GameCube.
Godzilla WWE on GameCube. I love that stuff.
So actually for me, it was X-Men Legends, where you could play the Scarlet Witch in one of them. So it's turned into the Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and you could play with like up to 4 people and go like explore different maps and play Marvel quests. And actually, we're getting like way off WandaVision for a second, but that's how I recognized that X-Men 97, which was the continuation of the 1990s X-Men animation that they did last year. Which, if you haven't seen, that one's also fantastic. They did a good job. They put Gambit in a crop top, and I'm here for that. But I also recognize that they're setting up the Age of Apocalypse storyline. Like I called it to the person I was watching with. I'm like, that's Age of Apocalypse. I recognize it from the X-Men 2 video game because they did all of the things leading up to it.
And watching her lose control is like really interesting. But she's just got no control. It's just swapping from like different thing to different thing. Also, this camera work is crazy. The cameraman is just playing with that zoom function nonstop.
Yeah, it's like very different also from how the camera was in the previous episodes. Oh, and so for intros here, it's definitely they're playing on the Office theme, because that's one of the most popular comedy sitcoms from this time period. It's a bop, but I also like that it's discordant enough that you can tell that she's just having a rough time. She didn't have it in her to make a really like harmonic, put together intro theme for this episode. Because
Also, like
sometimes it's
how
really struggle.
Vision's just like tacked on at the end as like an afterthought because we still haven't seen him after
No,
after his
no.
materialization last time.
Yeah, for those of you at home not watching the episode with us, what you did miss is Wanda waking up in bed super depressed that she's, having kind of an ethical conundrum over if she's doing the right thing. And her kids are like, hey, mom, you're very depressed, but we still need, like, your supervision. And she's struggling with that alone. And we haven't seen Vision. We just immediately go to, oh, never mind. Sorry, Vision just appeared on screen. Make a liar out of me.
It's interesting that she's cut off the feed, that she's just not sharing the show anymore. And I guess it's because she's aware that she's being observed. But, like, why broadcast it in the first place then?
I don't think she meant to broadcast it in the first place, but I do like it's one of those you didn't know your TV was on, and then you found out the TV was on and it wasn't really a problem, so you left it on. But then it was a problem, so then you turned the TV off. But like not the TV itself, like the signal to the TV. I don't know how TV works.
Literally getting clowned on. Oh, I love her outfit. That's great.
It is a I love the materials they use in their costumes here because like the costumes are very well designed and put together. Like the stitch work on them is good, but also they use specific materials that you would like find in like a carnival, like with the brighter colors and kind of almost like you can almost feel like the roughness of the outside of that coat, like just looking at it, where it has not necessarily scratchiness, but like the almost velvet texture. And I'm gonna say it looks, and, I'm gonna throw this one out there, and it looks great on Kat Dennings.
Oh yeah, it looks amazing. I also love her just hitting him with the "I have a boyfriend" vibes. Do you think that maybe we're part of this evil universe together, and like we can break out of it? I
Yeah,
have
this
a
is the
boyfriend.
weirdest pickup line. Yeah, that is the weirdest pickup line everyone's hit me with, like in a while. Oh, so I love Wanda here going to her kids and just dumping her depression on them, just being like, I think life's meaningless. Hey, 10-year-old boy who was born 2 days ago, what do you feel about the meaning of life and whether or not we should keep trying? Is
And
this too heavy of a subject to be asking my kids?
yeah, and I created the world that we're in, so I made it without meaning.
See, I think it's one of those, so she's got definitely depression and grieving from, losing her partner Vision, who she killed and then was resurrected, and then she watched still get killed, and like that's all very
Had to
traumatic.
hang out with her
But
dead
also,
brother for an episode.
yeah, having to hang out with her dead brother for an episode. Add on to that, like any level of, because she did give birth 2 days ago, so if she's doing postpartum depression, like
Sorry, that's a banger
that's
joke.
like it's not even a joke. It's actually a legitimate like thing. Like if she's going through postpartum depression, like right now, her kids just aged up. Like normally, like if you give birth to twins and you go into depression, at least they're still like babies and you're not having a full conversation of them of what the depression you're going through is. So it's very interesting how you have them age up to where she can interact, like the kids can interact with Wanda struggling mentally. And like I think that's very interesting, but also very much a thing you would only see in like a 2010 sitcom. Like I Love Lucy, you would not see Lucy dumping on kids her marital woes and griefs.
I actually did bite a kid one. There's just some good one-liners in this episode. Like the vibranium. They literally have vibranium. They have tough skin.
Oh, Agnes, is there anything I could do for you? I've got a mole. Sorry, boundaries. I also like that when Agnes enters, Wanda doesn't even get up. She just like opened the door with magic. Like, who cares?
Yeah. Like, cat's out of the bag. I don't care about anything. Time to watch TV by myself. Which she could have been doing this whole time. You know? Like, she didn't have to create her own little mini universe. She could have just gone home and grieved.
Yeah, but like honestly, it doesn't hit the same as recreating my dead lover and creating a whole family for us in an idyllic sitcom world that progressively goes through all of my favorite genres of sitcoms until I start getting called out for whether or not I'm being good to the people around me by forcing them to be actors in my sitcom. Which I actually do have a note. So, you know what occurred to me like as we were setting up?
Mhm.
Uh, so there are extras in this, like in the sitcom WandaVision, like in her realm, there are people there who are just always background actors walking about who don't have any lines.
Right.
That must suck. Because in essence, they've been forced mute this entire time and like can't talk, can just have to walk around and do like menial tasks that just fill in the background of the scene. And like,
Yeah, I
man,
mean, they're not talking like on screen, but that doesn't mean that they don't exist off screen. We saw that with like the outskirts of town, where they're still going about their lives. They are losing power at the like outskirts. But those people who are walking around are just part of the illusion in the moment, I feel.
ri- right, but we still don't see them say anything. And I'm wondering if like, do you have a conversation if you're not on screen in WandaVision? Oh, I'm hold on. This scene here where Monica's getting her tank like to go back into the hex. This is what I've been talking about for like 3 episodes now, where this is the person she's been alluding to. She can't wait to meet to build. Can you tell me who that person on screen she's talking to is in that army uniform?
No, not really. Rombo.
Right. So that like that's the problem is everyone like the biggest theory was we were getting Reed Richards right now, and it was just no one. And
Oh.
like this, you just like she might have been in Captain Marvel, might have been in one of the Shield shows, but she's not. She's. I think her name was Agent Gut. I forget her name because I talked over them talking to each other, just making jokes with you, and just that was such a letdown when it was just like, oh, the cameo was not a cameo.
The
Okay,
circus is
well,
such a great bit, and it's also so much for Wanda to have to keep going. Because there's so much activity, so many new people that are part of the environment in this much larger world that she's having to take care of with such a high level of complexity. Like, she just made it so much harder for herself.
well, I'm assuming that she's not keeping the entire range of like the hex active, but the circus specifically, yes. And I agree with your point, but I think it's because Vision's here and she wants to make sure Vision's always in the illusion. Oh,
Yes.
Darcy woke up. Hello, self. Me in the morning, or sorry, me every morning in the mirror doing my affirmations.
I'm
Hello, self.
Darcy. Hello, self. That
Hello, self.
sucked.
Just hello, self. That sucked. You are not a side character in someone else's sitcom. You are the main character of your life,
Of your sitcom.
of your sitcom. Don't forget
Ooh.
to live. Oh,
Knocked down. She's the strong woman. They wouldn't let her be the bearded lady, so that's what she is.
uh, I love that she's running through the hay. Also, and you could see her like her chunky boots like falling in the hay. It's
It's
like
not a
I've
good
got
environment
questions.
for it. Oh.
You need to come with me. I have answers. He asks like 30 questions. Bro, I don't have those answers. I have leave with me answers, like the kind I say I have just to get you to get me out of here.
This camera work is giving me vertigo. Like, they're cutting all the time. It's constantly moving around and resuming. Like,
Uh,
what a big change in the direction of the show.
I'm gonna say that circus bit specifically for me, that was Parks and Rec. That was a
Yeah,
Parks and Rec.
I've definitely been I watched more Parks and Recs than The Office, but I've definitely been feeling more of the Parks and Rec than the Office stuff.
I feel The Office is mostly the references are like the mockumentary and the theme, but what you see more is Parks and Rec when you're with Darcy and uh, Vision because it's a comedy of errors, and then with Wanda, it's Modern Family because it's her dealing with the modern problems of like grief and not being able to fix things with trying to also run a family.
This is
Ooh,
her
the
literally
interviewer.
talking to herself.
No, the interviewer talked back and she's talking to someone out there and she's telling them they can't talk. And that's what I'm saying. Someone here has been watching her with a camera and has been not allowed to have lines. Yo, yo, Judson, it's commercial time.
Oh, I love the commercials. My favorite part of
It,
everything. Oh God, this has got to be a medication. Yep.
Are you depressed? Have Nexus. I love that one. It's a reference to Nexus events. This is also will be the last, I believe, commercial of WandaVision. Next episode won't have one, and I will forget to mention it next episode because there won't be one to prompt me. But I do like that they have side effects, and they're like the side effects are like losing your tether to reality, more depression,
The
and
world
like
doesn't
isn't
revolve around you.
or does it? Like
Oh
I'm
my
pretty sure
God.
the world revolves around me. I created this world.
Have any of the products from the commercials actually shown up within WandaVision's world?
I haven't actually looked for that.
Hmm.
I All right, let's okay, hear me out. We pause the episode right now and
No.
we make everyone rewatch the entirety of with us again for like 2 hours and just spot the toaster. Spot me the Stark toaster. Um
That would be great. That would be great. You're quiet?
so my favorite part that you're quiet Agnes from a telepath just like
Oh.
uh has two meanings and it's either meaning I can't read your mind because you're also like some kind of telepath and can shield yourself. But I like at this point that like it's the sitcom joke because we're in sitcom land, not superhero land. The sitcom joke is, Agnes just got no thoughts in her head empty. It's whatever she says, it goes straight out the mouth. There was no thinking process involved. It's just in ear, out mouth, like true gossip. Yo,
Just
you tell
every
your
line she gets is so good. It's just banger one-liner after banger one-liner.
So who's so I also like that the fact that there are clearly because Wanda talks to the interviewer and we know that there's then in essence probably someone with handhelds to make this work in her sitcom. There has to be an actual camera crew for the sitcom level of the reality to be real. There's three groups of people following around different aspects of her family with handhelds. One almost got run over with a circus,
Well,
like
the
in a
thing is, they
circus.
usually have more than one camera per environment. So there's at least three guys in her house diving out of the way so that they can get different shots as one long shot from multiple perspectives without catching other cameramen in the shots.
Uh, yeah, I also like that they have interviews mid-scene, and I wonder when they shoot, like how that works in WandaVision. Do you think like there's just every few seconds, like you actually break and you just appear in a chair saying your interview, or do you think like when you're off
She
screen and
cuts
everyone
and
else is
walks
having their
over.
scene, like all those, yeah, she's like, I need to do that again. So Monica's, we're for the record, we are back now outside. We're in the Shield camp or outside the Shield camp. We're actually not in the Sword camp at all. It's not even Shield. I'm so wrong on so many. Everything I just said there was wrong. The point is, Monica's in a big space truck thing driving towards the Hex, and
I find it
she's
really funny
just
that they put her in an
accelerating.
astronaut outfit too to go into this environment. Like I understand it's because they don't know what the atmosphere is like inside, and she could die as soon as she gets in or whatever. But like, it's also very goofy.
I think it's more to protect her from the hex barrier itself, like not what's inside the hex, but that like because I think like it's not just like paper thin. There's like a glass thickness, kind of like how the TV screen has a thickness, and so it's not to protect her from being in there. It's to protect her from crossing over, and of course, so they didn't grab Reed Richards, and that's why this truck doesn't work. I'm throwing that one out. This is a really cool effect, and this is where now we have the CGI because they did all the practical earlier, and you can see this truck starting to shift around her as she's like struggling to get out, and then like, God,
Yeah, that's gotta be
I
terrifying.
don't think I
That
could
is so
do.
much worse than like having water filling the cab.
It's why I couldn't do like a tank or a submarine. I think they would make me claustrophobic.
Hmm.
But
Oh,
I
that was
love
a bad fall.
But this is what I mean though. Like the Hex is picking up that truck, sucking it in halfway, and then spitting it out as a half military vehicle, half. I want to. What do you think?
No,
Is that a
maybe a
Chevy, a
van.
Toyota? Yeah. Do we get to see a logo on that? Did anyone?
Did
Damn,
anybody
it's
get the
scratched
model
off.
of that truck?
Did anyone get the model of that half truck, half military vehicle? Which, by the way, I do have in my trivia facts that one of the license
Here, just
plates
hit
in
the
this
wall.
episode, yeah, one of the
Yeah.
license plates in this episode is Stanley's birthday because he had
That's cute.
recently died around this. But so Monica is just running through the barrier, and what I think is cool is you see how like she's splitting apart into different Monicas. But
Oh
if you
yeah,
look,
they're all
they go
different
in
ones
two
that she
directions.
was.
Right, but no, there's two directions. From one side, you have splitting out Monica through her past. On the other side, you have all of the Geraldines. And it's
Hmm.
showing very visually her struggle with asserting the Monica personality of who she is and herself and identity over the Geraldine persona that is being rewritten over her. And like she is hearing her mom and all of this, like all of the stuff from Captain Marvel. And she just boom, runs through. She's Monica. Her eyes turn super cool for a minute. And you know, my favorite part is because, you know, she breaks through, and this is where I was saying it's very thick, but she breaks through and she has mantis shrimp vision. She's seeing all the coolest colors. Like, look at this shit. If you could, like, see that for a minute, wouldn't you? Doesn't that look fucking cool?
Oh my god, yeah. She's being able to see the full electromagnetic spectrum. That's really amazing. That would make being in a house a nightmare. Imagine walking by your like Wi-Fi machine and it's just like you can see every radio wave coming out of it. I feel like we would have a much less like technologically advanced civilization if we had that type of vision, just because we start to get worried about those things.
Oh, yeah.
Either that or
I
we
mean,
might be able to tell what the spicy rays are from looking at them. Imagine what the
all right.
room looks like when the demon core went off, you know?
Like it's also like how far of different spectrum like can you see, because like most radiation and stuff is in essence like a wavelength, pretty much light. You have ultraviolet, all that, that's light just that we can't see. Your infrared, that's light you can't see. And so like that'd be like, do you think she get like, does she get heat vision? Like how much of the like electromagnetic light, like everything spectrum, do you think she can see?
Yeah, it might be really beautiful though, seeing all of the radio waves and like going through the air from different towers, or even stuff heading up towards space itself. You know, to see what's coming in from the satellites.
I just like, I think the issue for me is that I would end up staring at the sun because I'm like, oh, that's so pretty,
She's
and then I would go
blocking them
blind.
off. A
I do.
literal
Oh my
roadblock.
Vision looking, giving the Jim Halpert look into the camera because his wife just his wife manifested road work to keep him from coming home.
Can't just go around.
Well, I mean, okay, so I'm gonna level with you, Judson. They could go around, but what they need to do right now is give exposition for the audience who doesn't know Vision's backstory, like where he was made out of the Jarvis's AI, because Vision's now walking through his whole backstory because he doesn't know anything. And I love that he poses, like he gives his entire history, and he's like, "What am I now? Like, who am I now?" And she just goes, "Hey, I don't know. I'm a STEM girl." And this is why, by the way, that I think
A stim
philosophy
girly.
is, yeah, but philosophy should be part of STEM because these are important questions that should be asked when you're doing things like creating intelligences. Like if you are trying to recreate like an actual like intelligence, like and a concept of self, you should probably have ideas of what constitutes self.
And whether or
And
not you
also
should be doing that in the first place.
right.
Like, what are the ethical consequences of bringing that type of life into the universe, and what are the risks for, like, our social dynamic fabric?
Oh, do you think those were Nexus pills she was taking? Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, I think we got it.
Just getting on the, yeah.
There we go.
Sorry to cut you off, but I needed some of those Nexus pills because, dude, you were bumming me out.
Oh,
Uh,
ow, ow,
oh,
ow, ow. This is my fantasy.
I like the guy delivering the mail, and he just stops. He's like, it's this again. Boom, superhero
Oh,
landing. That's right.
she's got
I've
the
got
powers.
superpowers now.
Oh, and what's her character name in the comics?
So this is, so she's Monica Rambeau, and oh, is she Spectrum? Maybe might be
Oh,
Spectrum. Might
that would
be
explain what she could see there, and be a nice little like nod to it when she got
because they're binary. It might also be binary. It's one of those. Unfortunately, the Captain Marvel and the like the associated characters, especially everyone who's been in the Captain Marvel film and the Marvels, the sequel to the Captain Marvel film, like that. It's just a very mixed history. Like, is Carol Danvers Captain Marvel is like a big question, and uh, that's where I can't remember which one of her she is, but like her thing is she can manipulate kind of light, like um, in different ways. So I man, I'm gonna say feel really bad saying this, but I think she can like actually take in light and X and also turn it into things like radiation. So she could give people cancer.
Hmm.
Considering her mom died of
Reminds me-
cancer, that
Have you seen the that one bit from the Harley Quinn show where she hits somebody with the cancer ray?
like,
Oh my
dude,
god!
what is
I'm-
wrong with you?
I gotta leave work. I gotta go home right now. I gotta go see my kids. Sorry.
Like, I'm a supervillain, but you're a bad guy. Also, I love that specific pose that Wanda was doing.
Yeah.
The like, it's the woman being held and pointing, and it's for me, it's Monica's yelling back as that like hissing cat. You've seen that one?
Yeah, but also
yeah.
it
Okay,
is
good.
the quintessential like suburbs like woman fight situation. Oh come on.
Uh-oh. Oh, so I like. Sorry, children. School crossing.
Oh my god, there's so many kids. I like the sticks. Those are neat. I haven't seen those before, but they make a lot of sense for helping kids cross the road.
And also it like makes it adds. They're very bright. It adds extra visibility. I like that Vision's here. Like Vision's here. And this is what I'm saying with the interview. They're stopped in traffic, but then they'll pull over real quick to do an interview, and then they'll go back to being stopped in traffic.
I love the like facial expressions throughout this episode. Like they're very like expressive as a whole, like compared even with the other episodes. Like
Sorry,
I think
there's boom mic in shot. Boom mic and shot. That was shoddy work. Just wanted to let that count, you know?
I'll see you when you get there. I feel like you could have easily gone around the construction workers, but the kids are a larger problem.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Also,
I
how many
would have
kids. Wait a minute. How many kids did she kidnap? Because
the entire town.
Yeah, but the kids haven't been visible. Where have they been?
No, this is what I'm saying. They've been like I think just they were
In the
not visible
peripheries?
until they were not visible at all until Vision said, "Hey, I pass the playground every day and there's no kids." And then the next episode was Halloween with all the kids.
Ooh,
And so like where have the kids been? Where are the kids when they're not on screen? Where is anyone if they're not on screen right now?
Where are my kids right now? Says Wanda.
It's just I love man, what a thing I wouldn't want to hear from my neighbor who like I've only known for maybe I think it's only been a week. I think it's actually been 7 days based on my understanding of the timeline. And your neighbor's like, "Oh, your kids are just playing in my basement." Don't worry about it.
My basement. It's
fine.
Cool. It's a cool basement.
What's scary about basements? Nothing's scary about basements.
I feel like basements were really prevalent in culture right up until the early 2000s, and then they just disappeared. Everybody filled in every basement.
I feel like horror movies do a lot in basements and attics, but you know where horror movies don't spend enough time? The bathroom.
The bathroom. I knew it. Oh man. No, I'm fine with that. I really don't want the monster in my bathroom.
Yeah,
like when I'm up at 3 a.m., I gotta go. I don't want to be thinking about a clown coming out of my toilet, you know?
That's the toilet bees. The toilet bees, they're back!
Actually, now that I'm mentioning the clown thing, it had a really substantial scene in the bathroom.
Yeah, it had also a lot of scenes that I don't agree with. So, but I'm gonna say Wanda's down here like Agnes. I'm gonna be real. Your basement is creepy. Like, do you shop at Spirit Halloween?
Ooh, time for the villain monologue.
Oh God, you think you were the only magical girl in town?
Wow. I love her petting the rabbit. It's a good, like, twist on the petting the cat thing.
Yeah. I love her, like, smile there, too. And just, here we go. Hold on, everyone, shut up! Everyone shut up. Agatha, All Along is playing. It is the best song ever. I like.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna actually have a shut up because I think that would be very awkward to have like the long silence. But I like that now we're seeing everything, every scene that Agnes has been messing up, and anytime there's been something a little funky, it's her. And now I can say what I've been holding back for a lot of times. But if you look at the framing of how they present um, Agnes and Monica. Agnes and Geraldine, and then Agnes and Monica are rarely in frame together up until that last scene where Wanda chooses Agatha. And it kind of shows that like Wanda could have stuck with Geraldine, who was actually the good guy, but she thought was bad. And she picked Agnes/Agatha, who was the bad guy she thought was good. And you know it's a bad guy because the episode ends with
No, not Sparky.
Sparky. Yeah, she killed Sparky. So like that's one. Also, that song like hit Spotify, did some numbers. I loved it just because it's a fun song. But like it was such a reveal because like when you go back, like it was at the time had no idea what was happening, knew something was wrong with her, but she revealed that she's this big character, and more importantly she revealed that she's like a character from the comics. And so everyone else was also, again, she's from like the Fantastic Four comics, I think is where she got her start. So everyone's like, excuse me, we didn't get Reed Richards, but we got Agatha Harkness.
I was blindsided by it, to be perfectly honest. I did not understand what was going on. I knew she was weird, but finding out that she was also a witch was crazy.
Right. And then but like that's where like every time I rewatch it and you rewatch while like she interacts, it's very clear. Like it's such a good reveal because it does make sense when I go back and watch it. I'm like, yeah, all the signs were there. I just didn't get to the ending they were telling me. And you know, I like that about reveals. I think that's how like a good twist should go. But hey, I think that's enough for now. So where can everyone find us? My hostess with the mostest, Judson.
Well, new episodes will be released on a weekly basis on a Friday, so make sure you follow, subscribe, and all that so you don't miss an episode of your favorite mini masterpieces. If you have a short series you think we should do, then drop us a message on the Fandio Facebook page or comment on the featured post of our official Fandio Facebook group. All shows and episodes will be available to stream on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, and the podcast store. So, bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Hello? Are you still there? Please say someone is still listening. I managed to stay on just long enough to get a final message out. I broke through the edits. I'm not sure how he's doing it, but Judson is hijacking this podcast. Once the episode starts, something happens. It's like I have no control, like I become part of the podcast. I just can't stop. I can't even remember who I was before this show. If you can hear this, I need help. Next week I have a plan. I'm going to...
Say bye-bye, Alex.
Bye-bye, Alex.